Recological had been given a rental agreement for the Commerce Bight Port physical property by the Belize Port Authority. Now, while that was done maybe a month or so before the last elections, it was something that had been negotiated for a year and a half. So it wasn't as though this just came suspiciously out of the blue. In addition to the rental agreement, the Minister of Ports had granted Recological a lease of the port, which in effect was a license to operate the services at the port. So it was a company. Recological had two agreements: the rental agreement for the physical property and the license or lease agreement with the minister for him to be able to provide port services to operate the physical property as a going port. He entered into possession and began doing land clearing and developing the place, because we'd not had a functioning port at Commerce Bight, certainly in living memory. I don't know that ever in history there was a functioning port. And then government changed and he continued, but there were permits that he needed or approvals that he needed I keep saying he, but it is the company. The principal is Mr. Paul Martin, who was the person that retained me, so that's why I say he sometimes. But the government said, well, hold on, we want to review this thing. And ultimately they told him, you can't, we will take this away. And they went to Parliament, and there was actually a motion that was put up by the government, moved by either Zabane or perhaps Rodwell. Rodwell, I think Rodwell Ferguson was minister at the time, and they got the National Assembly to disapprove the two agreements, the rental agreement and the license. And Mr. Martin and Recological came to me, and I said, but that's absolutely improper. The National Assembly or the House of Representatives can disapprove the contracts, but that disapproval is illegal in terms of the interference with the rights of Recological under the contract, and we went to court.